Check out the latest highlights from the Nourishing You podcast.
I don't want to go too deep on the supplements because I don't want people to just feel like this is the answer, because it's not. It is augmenting. But could you just touch on calcium? Because I see people that are taking lots and lots of calcium. And is there like a maximum that you recommend, or maybe a sweet spot on dosing and a type of calcium? Because I feel like calcium is probably misconstrued in how we're using it.
So there is some safety concerns when it comes to calcium with emerging research. And the clinical trials and the reports are showing that if you're supplementing with calcium, it should be 1,000 milligrams or less, no more than 1,000 milligrams of supplemental calcium. However, as I mentioned before, a dietary supplement should be a supplement to a healthy diet. So the US RDA for calcium is 1,200 to 1,500 milligrams a day for adults. The average American woman gets about 800 milligrams of calcium from their diet. And so taking 400 milligrams of calcium in a dietary supplement is going to be sufficient for most people to get into that healthy US RDA range, which is why, I actually have, I created 2 variations of, Osteo-K. My product, one of them is 1,000 milligrams of calcium in it, plus the MK4 and vitamin D. And the other Osteo-K minis provides 400 milligrams of calcium per day, plus the vitamin D and MK4 to meet those different needs of people. And the recommendation of the American Heart Association is, and the association, I believe is for preventive cardiology, is that not to surpass 2,000 to 2,500 total milligrams of calcium per day. And so you really, supplementing, when you look at the clinical trials with calcium, we don't want to supplement higher than 1,000 milligrams a day. And ideally, you're getting most of it from food.
If you enjoyed this short episode, check out our full library on our NAMP YouTube channel, where you can catch up or learn more. Keep in mind that the information on the NAMP podcast is for educational purposes only and should not be considered medical or legal advice. The NAMP is not liable or responsible for any harm, damage, or illness arising from the use of the information contained herein. By listening to the information on this podcast, you agree to defend, indemnify, and hold harmless the NAMP and all agents. Copyright NAMP, all rights reserved.